Hey guys, and welcome back to my channel. Today we are going to be doing two watercolor techniques. One is called wet on wet and the other one is called wet on dry. I'm going to show you how to do these techniques by drawing some basic shapes, so that way you guys can just learn how the technique works and then you can use it on your own paints the way that you like. So let's draw some shapes here first. There you have it. I have my two circles. One's gonna be wet on wet, one's going to be wet on dry. What I'm going to do right now is just label each shape so that way you know which technique goes where. Okay, now that I have my shapes and I have my labels, we are ready to get started. So let's start with wet on wet. To start this painting, the first thing you want to do is get the area you add in color wet. That's why the color wet. So what I'm gonna do is get my brush loaded with blue and I'm going to paint inside this circle where I put water first. You can notice that when you paint wet on wet, that the watercolor is going to spread on the paper easier, and it will create this gradation where you have dark spots and lighter spots, and that's just the nature of working wet on wet. So now let's move on to wet on dry. Differently from wet on dry just implies that you're going to get your wet paint and you're going to paint on dry paper. And you will notice the difference between the two techniques when you see them side by side. For this one, I'm going to use orange. So I'm going to get my brush nice and loaded with orange and I'm going to paint straight on dry paper. Because the paper is dry, it's easy to control what you want to do and create certain effects that comes with this wet on dry technique. So thanks for watching. Leave me a thumbs up if you have not done it yet and subscribe.